This video clip is really a set of field notes from a field visit that I made to the Barnhart barn, which is just northeast of Ellensburg. I talked with the owners, Elaine and Kevin Barnhart, who had received a grant for this barn project some year or 2 years ago, and they are now, it's now in progress and going along quite well. They were concerned because and delayed because of medical issues, and what I think was the issue was finding a contractor or the right contractor to do the work that was needed to be done. So now the work is being done, and this is an explanation of some of the things that I have observed. The two primary tasks for the preservation work and for the grant were to put on replace the roof covering with shingles, and then to deal with the structural issues. We'll start with the structural issues, and here the contractor has done a reasonably good job. In fact, he has done much more than what I had prepared in a plan. Some of it is well done, some of it I would question, but it's done, and the barn is going to be secure. Rafters were sistered, braces were placed in, beams were put, or purlins were put in underneath of rafter spans, and not all the details I would agree with, but on the other hand, they are done. And I think the barn is going to be secure as a result of that. A critical issue is with the excessive span of the rafters and the possibility that a whole roof might collapse or rafters will be splitting. So a purlin was placed in underneath at mid-span on the rafters, not only on the one side that I discussed, the west side roof panel, but also all four panels got purlins on them. You can see here that I think that, in my mind, the purlin needs to be in a vertical orientation rather than flat against the rafters, but it does mean that they are supporting underneath of that roof structure. Additionally, the hip rafters were severely deflected, and some cracks were actually noted when I was there a couple of years ago. And so each of the hip rafters got sistered together, and I think they're bolted in place. And in one occasion, there was some severe deterioration up at the top of this post. And so some scabbing was done to be able to support the hip rafter and then also underneath of the rafters themselves. I'm not happy necessarily with that part of the treatment, but I think it's going to be workable and it's structurally sound. As you can see, some of the skip sheathing has been replaced, and chains were placed across from plate to plate to keep the building from spreading apart. And currently, the shingles are being put on the rest of the roof. It looks like it's going quite well. When talking with Kevin Barnhart, he said that he was going to try to do some work with the drainage situation, and that's particularly true on the west side, where water is being channeled back into the building and deteriorating the sill and actually moving that west wall. So that's another project that he has ahead of him, as well as some other issues with some of the posts. Overall, there's far more work that has been taking place and will be taking place than what I anticipated, which is good. The building, as a result of it, should be structurally sound for many years, and I think there's an attitude now of wanting to save and preserve the barn for the future. I am Harrison Goodall, making these notes about the Barnhart barn.